Hey guys, happy Friday. It's been a real good Friday for me since I just had a quick couple of service calls this morning. One was a no AC call that was real easy, and we'll get into that one here in a second. The other one was a cap and go, which I love on a Friday, where my wife had the day off and my daughter didn't go to preschool today, so we were all hanging out today after I got back. We just got back from having lunch and doing a little shopping. Nothing to bore you with, but what I want to talk about is well, where do I start with this first service call this morning? So I get there. Well, let me preface it first. When I talked to the lady on the phone the first time, basically she had it all figured out. It's funny how consumers, when they know that there's something wrong with their HVAC system, they automatically go to the thermostat, right? That's just what they do. And because it's the thing they see the most, right? That has to be the culprit, right? That thing that's in front of me that tells me my temperature. If my system goes out, it has to be the thermostat. So, she tried to troubleshoot it herself. She's an older lady. She went out to the AC, the condenser, and jiggled some wires. She flipped the breaker off and on. She even pulled the plunger out of the disconnect. And then she had her neighbor come over who had the same thermostat. All these homes are in a tract home development. He came over and put the face of his thermostat on, and the thing fired up. So she told me that early this morning, and I said, well, do you still want me to come out? Because, it sounds like you got it all figured out. And I really don't like working on things that, the customer is already tampered with, because usually it's worse. But she didn't mess with anything too much. So the system here that was installed at this house was a Rheem 90% gas furnace. I'm going to assume it was an RT 92%. It was probably the cheapest 90%er they could get. So I assume it was that one, and then it's the basic 13 SEER straight air conditioning system. But I found my typical things that were wrong. For one, drip legs were wrong on not only the furnace but also on the water heater. That's typical. They had the leg passed through. They didn't have it change direction like it's supposed to. You guys see my other videos. I'm a proponent of that. That was done wrong, but that's done by the plumbers in our area who, they think they know it all, and but they don't know how to read an actual installation manual for a furnace and or water heater. So anyway, there was that wrong, and then he did something I really didn't like off of the evaporator coil. Is he installed a little running trap right off of it. No clean outs anywhere, no place to access the drain line. So yeah, that's going to get clogged, and then it's going to have to get cut into, and I'll put a proper easy trap or a proper trap with a T on both sides with a cap that you can get out and get into the system. I don't know why these guys don't think of that. Well, I know why they don't, because it's hack and slash, get these homes done as fast as we can in these tract home developments. And I have nothing against the Rheem product, but man, those guys, they sell that stuff in these big developments, and they don't even give a shit if the guys are going to install them properly, which they never do. I didn't get down into the crawl space and look at the duct system, but I assume it's mediocre at best. I don't know. I actually went back on a couple of these homes in that development to install air conditioning on systems, because the guy they hired didn't know how to braze. So if that tells you anything, he was a duct slinger, and he's installing their entire HVAC system in these new homes that sold for $600,000 or whatever they sold these homes for at the time. Some of them are only like a year old, so they're recent. So anyway, that's the HVAC. So I get to her house. She talks my ear off. She's an old cat lady. Nothing against cats. I love cats. I have 3 of them myself. But, it was almost like a storybook a storybook service call, like what I would expect from this lady from the way she talked to me on the phone. I look over on her dining room table. I shit you not, she had a puzzle on her table. It was Cat Mania. It was a big cat puzzle. I shit you not, but that was funny. She had her dog tied up when I was there, tied leashed to the kitchen cabinet, the drawer, and I was afraid he was going to break it. He was barking at me the whole time. She wouldn't turn her TV down. I think she's probably hard of hearing, but you guys know the scenario. So anyway, I jumpered out R&Y on the T6 Pro thermostat, and it fired right up. So I put her control back on the base of the T6 Pro. It did its 3 to 5 minute delay, and the thing didn't fire up. So I'm like, okay, it's another T6. I've had a few, not nearly as many as the Vision Pros, but it's another T6 Pro where the relays are sticking and not closing the contacts between R and Y. So I always stock a couple T6 Pros on the truck. So I threw my faceplate on there, fired right up, charged her my fee, and for the thermostat, went on my way. But there was something else that they did in all these homes, and we're talking probably 60 homes over there. They're all single level homes. Every single one is a single level home. But they took they got full crawl spaces, okay? You're talking probably the footprint of most of these homes is 15 to 1,600 square feet at most. Probably 12 to 1,500 across the board in this whole neighborhood. So you can get out the crawl space in about 15 to 20 feet at the most. So what did they do with these dryers? They ran the dryers up the wall into the attic, out a gable end vent, out a gable vent. So they went up 10 feet or whatever it is, 10 to 12 feet, turned it out and went to a gable end vent instead of just going down into the crawl and out a foundation vent, or better yet, drilling your own hole through the foundation and mounting a proper hooded flapper vent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to her house this coming spring. I just told her I don't have time for maintenances. I'm in full service mode. I got lots of installs I'm doing. And I told her, hold out until spring. I'm going to come back and redo her dryer vent, have it go down like it's supposed to. It'll be a much shorter run. It won't be going up, and she won't have potential issues with, dryer lint clogging. And then I'm looking around these houses. There's 50 and 60 more that are just like this. They're going to have issues. I mean, it can be a fire issue, but it mainly it's my fucking clothes aren't drying issue. And lint getting trapped in there and all kinds of nonsense. But why they did this, I don't know. But that reminded me of this apartment complex I did back when I was like 19 years old or so. And they were like 4 or 5, 6 story tall, big 36 unit apartment buildings. And I shit you not, the downstairs unit would have the dryer vent go up the wall, go up to the next floor, tie in to their neighbor's dryer, and they would continue the daisy chain all the way up 4, 5, 6 stories, and then go out a roof vent. Now, you could tell me what kind of issues. This was what, 28 years ago? I imagine they had all kinds of issues in that apartment complex with dryers and clogged dryers and all kinds of nonsense. I can only imagine. I just did what I was told back then. I didn't know what I was doing, but oh my God. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get off here. I just wanted to share my story of today, of the service call, of the cat lady. Everything turned out good. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my weekend. I don't have anything scheduled until Monday. I'm going to be, what am I doing Monday? I can't remember. I think I'm heading back down to Sun River. We will see. Back to the Hacked Mansion. But I'll have these little quips for you guys throughout the weekend. Why not? I'm going to enjoy my day. I'm going to go mow my lawn, drink some beers, and watch some baseball. You guys should watch baseball. It's the best sport. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.